All right, we just got out of seeing Godzilla Kong, Frozen Empire. Was this movie better than Godzilla Minus One?
Stay tuned and find out.
The answer may surprise you. Now we're back from the intro. We'll let you know at the end. You may be surprised. First off, I want to say I did enjoy some of the similarities between this and like Frozen Empire, Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that was
because I'm like, hey, like at the end of the movie with the big final battle, I'm like, hey, Garaka's coming back again because they're on a beach. It's all being frozen up. It beams up into the sky and everything's frozen and snowing and icy. And I'm like, oh no, wait, no, we're watching Godzilla. So it does kind of make you wonder. Frozen Empire, New Empire, everything's an empire. I still say they should do Frozen 3. Should be called Elsa's Empire. Everything needs to be Empire. And as we said, because of all the ice up there with Shima, which was pretty cool. Again, I liked the toy. The design looked neat, and she was pretty cool in the movie. I liked the little chain things there, and ice powers and blasting, and very useful because she is the reason why Kong becomes Thanos, etc. Pretty cool, and just made me think. So we can say Let It Go, because that was first. Ghostbusters came out last week, so we can say Let It Go for that. But in this one, I guess we can say Into the Unknown, because they go into the Hollow Earth, and that's kind of the unknown. And as you said about the unknown, the actual unknown from Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. So
it's fitting. Either way, it just all comes full circle, because the unknown are mysterious and going mysterious places, ruins, and anyway, so that's what we're getting at. What do you think about the movie? What do you think of it?
I thought it was a good popcorn flick. I thought it was nice. I thought it was definitely entertaining. It's good to see, more Titan action as always.
Yeah, that's what I liked. So you had, like, Godzilla getting some crab legs at the beginning, fighting, and fighting some everything, getting to be his pink form, his evolved form. So he didn't shed his skin like the toy, so I was kind of upset with that.
So was I.
But I was very okay. I liked the movie. It was really good. There was less of the people stuff. It was a lot of Kong, which I don't mind. But I still feel like Godzilla gets the tail end, of everything in these last couple movies, where it's like, come on, I know you want to focus on combat. I want to see Godzilla.
Yeah.
He was in there quite a bit, but not as much as I would want in a Godzilla movie. So that's the only thing that keeps me from giving him too high of ratings. But he looked cool. I like his new look. I like how he's more faster. Like, we already know. We saw the trailer. You know what it looks like. You saw the figure. So I like his lean look. I like the pink coloring. I like his... I like when they team up and they're like, we're tag teaming. Boom, we're going to beat the bad guy. That was cool. Scar King, I still think, looks too scrawny and lame, but he was a good force to be reckoned with. And I will say I do like the whip thing he has, where it's that cool kind of like belt thing around and the little bullet belt things they always have for like a look, but then he takes it off as a whip and pretty badass. And then he uses that to control Shimo. What? I know there's going to be a little bit of spoilers in here, but I mean, it's basically just turn your brain off and just enjoy type stuff there. Kind of like how Frozen Empire was. It's a good, entertaining movie. It's enjoyable, and this is what this is. So I don't know what people expect out of these. Yeah, of course this isn't -1, but it's what you want to... If you want to see them battling and teaming up and battling monsters, then there you go. It did that.
Yeah. So Ghostbusters was very character-driven. This is more action and Titan-driven.
Which isn't bad, because for me, I know a lot of people were bitching about... They spend too much time with Phoebe and the Spangler family and all this stuff with the people. Well, I'm like, I don't know, I like those characters enough to watch it. This, no offense to the human characters, I enjoy them, but I want to see more Kong and Godzilla. So for like Ghostbusters, it's more, I like that it's more, they did something different. They tried something different where it was going to be less of the action, less of the Ghostbusters. They wanted to focus on the story there. So now maybe they could finally do some Ghostbusting in a Ghostbusters movie again. Go figure. So I don't mind that, but this one I'm like, I care about Godzilla, Kong, and stuff like that, so I want to see more of that, and then they did focus on them. They were the character developments. They were the stories. Again, as much as I want to see Godzilla more than Kong, because it's Godzilla, and I feel like Godzilla still gets outshined in his Godzilla movies in America, I can't help it. It's like you watch Kong, I'm like...
Yeah.
I want him to be happy.
Should've
I
won.
root for the guy. And he was all sad at the beginning, and then with his tooth, and then him feeling lonely, and then his hand, and he's suffering. I'm like, come on, I feel for you, buddy. I mean, the whole time. And, of course, you know, it had its cliches, the battling, the little girl of always being the chosen one type thing there. But that led to Mothra. We got Mothra. Mothra was awesome.
Well, yeah.
She looked great. Those big eyes.
I wanted to start singing Mothra.
I'm surprised they didn't do that. Like, I'm like, is the little girl supposed to be one of them? Like, is she a twin? Where they have two of them? Or they be like, Mothra. But it was good battling. There's some good creatures in there. I like the locations. There was good fight. I like that, you know, Kong is like Iron Man now.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I love the little guy, the little Kong Jr. Like, I still think my favorite scene that got me just going was when he first gets introduced and he's like, oh my gosh, there's all these other Kongs like me. But then they're all like, who is this guy? Fight him. So then he's fighting him, and then the little guy even attacks him. And I'm like, oh, he ain't a little friend. He's a little bastard. Yeah. But Kong takes him off his face and then starts using him. He is bashing the other Kongs in the face and using the little punk as a weapon. It was hilarious. Ah, boom, 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 boom. Then finally, F you. Ah, ah! But eventually they bond, and I like that. They bond to get this sweet story. And I like that he helps him with his axe, and he helps him in the end, and all this stuff there. I like all that coming together. And then also just almost forgot about that because I'm too, like, enjoyed by this movie. But I'm like, oh yeah, like, as my buddy mentioned, it's like at least, you know, Kong kind of, you know, like got his butt handed to him to Godzilla, because Godzilla's still the king of the monsters there when they first meet up, and then they're fighting in two locations at the end, so that was nice. But I'm like, oh yeah, because I love that, because Kong's just like, hey bro, I'm just here to talk. I need to talk. We need you to, and Godzilla's just like, mother effer, what are you doing here? Bam! And then he's like, no, we need to talk. Puh, puh, and they're just fighting it out. It makes me think of, okay, picture, put on the damn glasses. What, dog? What, I ain't gonna do that. Put on the glasses. Mother effer, I'm not gonna put on these glasses. And then they start fighting. Put on the glasses. Until finally it's like, fine, I'll put the damn glasses on. Obey? What is this shit? You know, it's just this long scene where the guy is just trying to say, hey, we need to do something. And they're fighting out to us like, dude. Of course, this time it was Mothra showing up going, hey, Godzilla, sweetheart, what we gotta fight. It's like, okay. But I mean, as if you couldn't tell, it was doing the kick-ass chew bubblegum where they fight for like 10 minutes straight in the alley, and he's trying to tell him to put the damn glasses on. But that's what it felt like. Kong and Godzilla just fighting over each other like, bro, we just need to talk, mother effer. It was great. It was fun. It was entertaining and hilarious. And then I like, again, how, you know, evil bastards riding in on poor Shimo, but then, you know, when they're about to go do their big slow motion fight off the start things, he jumps on Godzilla, you know, and he kind of hangs on him a little bit and rides on him before he jumps off the fight. I'm like, yeah, look at this. They're a good team, combat, team up, tag team, buddy, fight. And I'll bet, you know, the rest of the review, I guess, or wherever we'll put this, maybe at the end.
And what do you think of special effects?
They were good. They were fine.
I thought they did a good job, too.
It was fine, although, as usual, and everything's CGI, that kind of gets lost every so often when everything's CGI backgrounds and characters. But for the most part, it was fine.
Yeah, they did a good job.
And wherever this goes. And again, I like the human characters. You know, I know you get the stuff there like everything. It's the, you know, just like in the last films with the father and his kid. This one's with this lady and her kid, the girl the Iwi girl. I like the dentist guy. He was funny. The other guy, the black scientist guy, he's there for the comic relief as always. I don't mind him. So I don't mind him. It's just I still want to see more of these creatures and stuff. And it did not disappoint. And Doug was there. Doug was there briefly. And Doug.
Just because it had action doesn't mean there wasn't some character development. And it was interesting that the film kind of went somewhat silent film in the sense that there was less talking. I mean, I guess because you're hanging out more with Kong and the little Kong. And
so I like that. I liked seeing them just... It was really done. The creatures were good. Shima was cool. The little Kong was a fun joy. Scarcane was a bastard, and I liked his comeuppance. I'm glad that's how it went. I was like, yeah, boy! And it was great seeing Godzilla and them. Godzilla was versus Shimo, Kong versus Scarcane. And then eventually, Godzilla, Shimo, they team up to fight. And it was just some good fighting up there. Good stuff there. Mothra getting involved. Everything was good. I liked See, and now spoilers right here, if you want to know. Like, can we finally start calling him King Kong now? Because the Scar King is defeated now. He's ruling over. It isn't me. Like, Godzilla has his gal.
Yes.
Mothra. He rides in. Spoilers again. He rides in at the end with Shimo, and he's all like, petting her on their chin like... I'm like... is that his queen now?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm kind of like... And then the little guy... I don't know. It was fun. It was enjoyable. And again, I like icy elements, so I liked all those parts. Any other thoughts on there with just... It was enjoyable. I was going this whole time going, I don't know how I feel about this movie. After seeing -1, I'm just like, eh.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I felt like it was going to be Kong and Godzilla, instead. You know what I'm saying? Even though it still kind of was like Planet of the Apes with Godzilla or King Kong with the special guest star, Godzilla, in a Godzilla movie. But there was still good enough in there, and I think he looked awesome as frick. I like that he sleeps in the Coliseum. But that's enough for me. Finish it up here.
I thought it was enjoyable. I think I was probably being a little too hard on the Scar King after watching it. Maybe I might get a toy or something eventually.
I still like that whip thing there. That was actually pretty badass.
So
and then using it to... And then the bridge out of the bridge of the... Like, that big bridge of, like, the skeletal remains or something. That was, like, some total, like... For me, it was, like, anime shit. Like, watching Inuyasha. And you see how they use, like, in the world, like, the bones and stuff of creatures throughout there are used for things. Yeah. So that was really cool.
And there is a little bit of gore in this, but it's really
There was some stuff in there. There was heads on pikes.
Yeah.
The Scar King does the heads on pike things with other Kongs. It's like...
I did like how smart Kong really is when it comes to...
Oh, dude, yes.
Kind of like Home Alone type traps.
That was awesome.
There was a lot of cool scenes.
That was cool.
Stuff.
And the little guy, he helped. Yeah. But again, I guess it was actually really good. I was happy for it.
It was actually better than I expected, but
yeah. But for these American legendary ones, you
wouldn't think something like that. But this was actually quite enjoyable.
Yeah, we enjoyed the last one, the Godzilla vs. Kong. We enjoyed King of Monsters. I did not care for the first one. No, I didn't really care for Kong Skull Island. But everything after that, good stuff. Good stuff. Really enjoying them.
Yeah. So if you like the Godzilla American franchise, I think you'll definitely like this movie. Mm-hmm. And it introduces new elements and new characters. So I think you should definitely check it out. Comment below if you've seen it or what you think about it, if you would like to see it.
Definitely. I'd give it good ratings. Loved it. Enjoyed it. It was a good movie.
Now, which empire was the best?
Ooh, we should talk about that sometime. But for now, again, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. What you thought of it when you finally see it or if you have seen it. And thanks for watching. See y'all next time.
And stay gnarly.
Yeah. Again, great movie.
Definitely.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was really... I enjoyed this way more than I thought it was. I really enjoyed this movie.
Me too.
Good, because I'm like, you're very silent right now, buddy.
Silent is golden.